Do your pets have bad breath? If the answer is yes, then you need to watch this video. Hello everyone, welcome to Vet Chat. I'm Ming, and today we're talking about pets with bad breath and dental disease. Do you remember when Buddy was a puppy and he had the sweetest smelling breath? And whenever he'd come to kiss you, you'd never push him away. In fact, you'd really enjoy it. And as he got older and his breath got stinkier, you start pushing him away and say, no thanks. And you might think to yourself, it's normal for animals to have bad breath. It's because of what they eat. I'm here to clarify something today. Normal animals do not have bad breath. So where does bad breath come from? In fact, bad breath is produced by the bacteria in our mouths. In a normal mouth, the bacteria numbers are low and no odor can be detected. However, if we don't do any dental care, then the bacteria numbers will go up, and that's when bad breath starts to build up. To make matters worse, bad breath is not just a cosmetic problem. Bad breath is usually a sign of periodontal disease in our pets. And this can cause them great pain and suffering, and it can even shorten their lives. I've made some simple drawings to show you what happens during dental disease. Let's take a look.
Okay, so as we were saying earlier, cats and dogs should not have bad breath. They should not have bad breath when they're puppies and kittens. They shouldn't have bad breath when they're adults. And even when they turn old, even when they become geriatric, they should not have bad breath. If your pets have bad breath, then they have a medical condition. Sometimes it's kidney disease, sometimes it's liver disease, but more often than not, especially if they have a normal appetite and they look quite normal, they have dental disease. More specifically, periodontal disease. So let's take a look at what happens when dental disease occurs. So we'll begin by taking a look at some normal teeth. So here we have a dog's skull, which looks like a dinosaur, but never mind that. And as you can see, it's made up of two parts. The top half is called the skull, and the lower part, which is the lower jaw, that's called the mandible. And the teeth, they sit in the mandible and the skull. Okay, and in a normal dog, they have 42 teeth. And then adult cat, they have 30. And for us humans, we have 32. Just a fun trivia for you guys. And let's take a look at how the teeth are attached and what happens when disease occurs. So the teeth, they're situated in sockets that are in the skull and in the mandible. And each individual socket houses one tooth, okay? And the tooth don't just sit there, otherwise they'd be pretty loose. The tooth are connected by ligaments, periodontal ligaments, and these ligaments, they attach the teeth to the bone. And on top of the bone, you'll find the gums, which is also known as the gingiva. And normal gums, healthy gums, they look pink, okay? And this is a healthy tooth with its surrounding tissues. The gums, the bones around the teeth, and the ligaments that hold them together. Okay. So what happens during dental disease? Well, something called plaque forms. And what is plaque? Well, it's a combination of bacteria and substances in our saliva and leftover food particles, and they mix together and they form plaque, and they stick to our teeth. And if you don't brush your teeth, plaque accumulates. Okay? And once they accumulate, they can irritate our tissues, and they can make our gums very inflamed, make them very prone to bleeding. And that's why we need to brush our teeth daily. Okay, we need to clean the plaque off our teeth. Okay, once we clean the plaque off, then these gums, they can return to normal. But what happens if we don't do a good job of cleaning our teeth, especially in our pets? Then the plaque turns into calculus, okay? It's a calcification of the plaque, and it becomes very hard, and no amount of brushing will get rid of calculus, okay? So once calculus forms, you have to go to a dentist, and our pets need to go to the vet to get professional cleaning. And if this isn't done and disease progresses, then further damage occurs, not just to the gums, but also to the ligaments that hold the teeth into the socket, okay? The ligaments are damaged. And the teeth can become looser and looser, okay? And what's even worse as disease progresses is the bony sockets even get damaged, okay? So the bone around the teeth, they get damaged. And as you can see, without the ligaments and the surrounding bony structures, our tooth, okay, they become very loose. In fact, I've had cases in the past where I could remove a dog or a cat's tooth by just with my bare hands, okay? So that's what happens during periodontal disease. Okay, just to reiterate what plaque can do to the tissues surrounding the teeth. They can make our gums very inflamed, red, prone to bleeding, and eventually they'll even recede. The ligaments and the bony structures around the tooth, they can be dissolved and destroyed, and it makes our teeth very loose. Okay. And what may not be obvious in this picture is that the height of the bony structure has actually decreased. Okay, so if you look at the dotted line, that was where the original height of the bony structure was, okay? And now you can see that it's become lowered, and that's due to the bony destruction from the plaque. And the scary thing is, I've had cases in the past where the bone just gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and the lower jaw becomes very thin and brittle, and they can actually break with like very minimal impact. So that's quite scary. So bad breath usually equals dental disease, and something needs to be done about it. We can't just look away anymore. Okay, finally, let's talk about what dental disease does to our pets, okay? How it affects their life, okay? Actually, dental disease causes great pain in pets, okay? It's a very painful condition in humans, and we can assume that it's the same case for cats, for dogs, and for any of our pets who are affected by periodontal disease. So a lot of owners might think that if their animal has periodontal disease and they're in pain, they'll stop eating. That is actually not true, okay? What we find is that even though our pets are in great pain, their urge to eat and to satisfy their hunger overcomes this pain. So pets with very severe dental disease, they can have a very, very good appetite. So that is not a good criteria to assess how severe their dental disease is. You would need to open your pet's mouth, smell the breath, see if it's very bad. Okay, that's one sign. Okay, and another thing is open their mouth and look inside. Do they have very inflamed gums, especially around the border of where the teeth and the gums meet? Okay, if they're really red, then that's a problem. And look on their teeth. Do they have like brown calculus, brown tartar that's stuck to the teeth? If that is the case, then they are very, very much affected. One last thing to let you guys know. Dental disease does not just affect the mouth, okay? It isn't just a local problem. You see, the bacteria that we were talking about in the mouth, they can get into the body, okay? It causes great harm to the whole body system, okay? Especially some of the major organs, they can be really damaged by this bacteria. And that is the heart, the liver, and the 2 kidneys, Okay, so dental disease is not just a local problem, it is a systemic problem, and it can lead to a shorter lifespan for your pets. So please, if your pets have bad breath and if you open their mouth and it just doesn't look good, you need to take them to a vet, and we need to get this fixed.
I hope you enjoyed my video today and found it helpful. If you have any comments or advice for me, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And stay tuned to my channel, where I'll be teaching you how to brush your pet's teeth for both dogs and cats. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.